Have you ever felt weighed down by stress or pain, searching for relief in all the wrong places, wondering if true healing could ever be within reach? What if the key to healing wasn't found in medicine or external remedies, but in the ancient wisdom that has guided seekers for centuries? Imagine waking up each morning with a sense of lightness, feeling at peace, fully attuned to your body and mind. This isn't some distant dream. It can be your reality. In the modern world, we often overlook the immense power of our own mind and body. We chase temporary solutions, looking for relief in distractions, in medication, in the fleeting comforts of entertainment. But what if everything we needed to heal was already within us, waiting to be uncovered? Buddhism, a tradition deeply rooted in understanding the connection between mind and body, offers a path to healing that goes far beyond surface-level fixes. Take the example of someone who struggles with daily stress, whether from work, relationships, or the pressures of life. Many turn to quick remedies, a drink to unwind, endless scrolling through social media, or even medication to numb the tension. But what if there was a different way, a simple practice, deeply ingrained in Buddhist teachings that could offer real, lasting relief? Meditation, a practice so ancient yet so powerful, has transformed countless lives simply by reconnecting people to their breath, to their present moment. Imagine this: you find a quiet place, sit comfortably, and close your eyes. You take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, you begin to notice the tension in your body. Your jaw clenched tight from worry, your shoulders heavy with stress, your heart racing with the weight of uncertainty. But instead of ignoring these sensations, instead of suppressing them, you simply breathe into them. You acknowledge them with kindness. And with each breath, they begin to soften. This is the power of mindfulness. It teaches us that we do not have to fight our pain. We do not have to fear it. We only have to meet it with presence, with awareness, with compassion. In Buddhism, emotions are seen as temporary, passing like clouds in the sky. We are not our anger. We are not our sadness. We are not our fear. These are simply experiences moving through us. When we cling to them, when we resist them, they grow stronger. But when we observe them, acknowledge them, and let them pass, they lose their power. Next time you feel overwhelmed by emotion, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Instead of reacting impulsively, take a step back. Breathe, reflect. What is this feeling trying to teach you? What is it revealing about your inner world? By shifting your focus from suffering to understanding, you take back control of your mind. Buddhism also teaches the practice of metta, or loving kindness, a powerful tool for healing. It is the practice of sending compassion, first to ourselves, then to others. It is a reminder that healing is not just about the body, but about the heart. Imagine placing a hand over your heart and silently repeating, "May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be at peace." Notice how these words make you feel. There is warmth in them. There is softness. There is healing. Now extend these wishes to someone else, someone you love, someone who may be struggling, even someone who has hurt you. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be at peace. With time, this practice rewires the mind. It dissolves resentment. It softens the heart. It releases the burdens of negativity that weigh us down. Many who practice loving-kindness meditation report feeling lighter, more relaxed, and more connected, not just to others, but to themselves. It is as if, with each repetition of these words, the walls we have built around our hearts begin to crumble, making space for love and healing to enter. Beyond meditation, our daily habits also play a role in our healing. The way we move, the way we eat, the way we rest, all of these contribute to our well-being. Buddhism encourages mindful eating, not as a diet, but as a way to cultivate awareness, to appreciate the nourishment our food provides, to slow down and truly savor each bite. The next time you eat, try this simple practice. Before taking your first bite, pause. Look at your food, appreciate its colors, its textures. Take a deep breath and acknowledge the effort that went into bringing this meal to you. Then, eat slowly. Savor each bite. Pay attention to how it makes you feel. This small act of mindfulness can transform your relationship with food, making meals more satisfying and nourishing on a deeper level. Many people believe meditation is difficult, that it requires perfect stillness or an empty mind. But in truth, meditation is simply the practice of paying attention, of noticing the breath, the body, the sensations that arise, and letting them pass without resistance. It is the art of being present, fully aware, fully alive in each moment. Imagine this: you find a quiet place, close your eyes, and take a slow, deep breath in. You feel the air enter your lungs, expanding your chest. As you exhale, you let go of tension, releasing stress with each breath. Your mind may wander. This is natural. But instead of getting frustrated, you gently guide your focus back to your breath, again and again. With each inhale, you bring in peace. With each exhale, you release whatever is weighing you down. For centuries, Buddhist monks have practiced meditation not just as a method for enlightenment, but as a way to cultivate inner healing. Science now confirms what ancient wisdom has long known. Meditation reduces stress hormones, lowers blood pressure, and even enhances the body's ability to heal itself. Those who meditate regularly often experience a greater sense of emotional balance, mental clarity, and even relief from chronic pain. One of the most accessible forms of meditation is mindfulness meditation. This practice does not require a special posture or location. It can be done anywhere, at any time. It is simply the practice of observing thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations without judgment. Imagine you are sitting in a room feeling overwhelmed by stress. Instead of pushing the stress away or drowning in it, you take a deep breath and observe it. You notice the tension in your shoulders, the tightness in your chest. But instead of reacting, you simply acknowledge these sensations. This is stress. This is how it feels in my body right now. The moment you observe something without resistance, its power over you begins to fade. You are no longer consumed by it. You are simply witnessing it. This is the essence of mindfulness: to be present, to observe without attachment, to let each thought and emotion come and go like waves on the ocean. Another powerful form of meditation is loving kindness meditation, or metta. This practice is centered around cultivating compassion, first for ourselves, then for others. It begins with a simple phrase: "May I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be at peace." As you repeat these words, you direct warmth and kindness toward yourself. You may imagine a soft light surrounding your heart, expanding outward with each breath. Once you feel this kindness within, you extend it to others, your loved ones, your friends, even those who have hurt you. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be at peace. At first, it may feel unnatural to send love and goodwill to everyone, especially those who have wronged you. But over time, this practice dissolves resentment and softens the heart. It teaches us that healing is not just about the body. It is about the heart, about releasing emotional burdens that we have carried for too long. The same principle applies to movement. Whether walking, stretching, or practicing yoga, movement can be done with awareness, with mindfulness. Instead of rushing through life disconnected from our bodies, we can tune in, listening to the subtle messages our body is always sending us. If we learn to listen, we will know when to rest, when to move, when to nourish, and when to release. Buddhism teaches us that healing is not just about addressing physical ailments, it is about bringing balance to all aspects of life. Stress, anxiety, and emotional turmoil often manifest in the body as pain, fatigue, or illness. By healing the mind, we heal the body. One of the most powerful teachings in Buddhism is the concept of impermanence. Everything in life is temporary: our joys, our struggles, our pains. When we truly understand this, we stop clinging to suffering. We recognize that whatever pain we are experiencing now will pass, just as the seasons change, just as the tide ebbs and flows. Imagine carrying a heavy stone in your hands. The longer you hold it, the more painful it becomes. But the moment you choose to let it go, relief washes over you. This is what happens when we learn to release our attachment to suffering. Pain is inevitable, but suffering, the attachment to pain, is optional. Acceptance does not mean giving up. It means making peace with what is, rather than resisting it. It means recognizing that life will bring difficulties, but that we have the strength to endure and the wisdom to heal. This perspective shifts the way we see challenges. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" we begin to ask, "What can this teach me?" Through this shift in mindset, suffering transforms into growth. Pain becomes a teacher. Hardship becomes a path to wisdom. In Buddhist practice, healing is a journey, not a destination. It is not about eliminating all discomfort, but about learning to navigate it with grace. It is about cultivating a mind that is steady, a heart that is open, and a body that is at ease. Whether through meditation, mindful living, or self-compassion, healing begins the moment we choose to be present, the moment we stop running from pain and instead meet it with awareness, with kindness, with understanding. So take a breath, close your eyes, and remind yourself, I have the power to heal. I have the strength to overcome. I have the wisdom within me to find peace, because true healing is not found outside of us. It has been within us all along, waiting to be remembered. True healing is not only about easing the pain we carry, it is about transforming it. Life is filled with challenges, moments that test our strength and resilience. But what if, instead of seeing these struggles as burdens, we viewed them as opportunities for growth? Buddhism teaches us that suffering is not an enemy, but a teacher. It is through pain that we gain wisdom, through hardship that we discover our true selves. Consider the metaphor of the lotus flower. It grows in the murkiest of waters, pushing through the mud, reaching toward the light. Without the darkness of the water, the lotus could not bloom. Our suffering is much the same. It is not something to escape from, but something to rise above. The act of acceptance opens the door to peace. It allows us to focus not on what we cannot control, but on what we can. One of the most powerful tools for navigating suffering is gratitude. It may seem counterintuitive. How can one be grateful in the midst of hardship? But gratitude is not about ignoring pain or pretending things are perfect. It is about shifting our focus from what is lacking to what remains. Even in our darkest moments, there is something to be grateful for: a supportive friend, a warm meal, a moment of laughter. When we begin to focus on these small blessings, the weight of our suffering begins to lift. Gratitude reminds us that even in difficulty, life offers moments of beauty. Try this practice. At the end of each day, write down 3 things you are grateful for. They don't have to be grand, perhaps a stranger's kindness, the warmth of the sun on your skin, or a moment of stillness in an otherwise busy day. Over time, this practice rewires the brain, training it to seek the good, to find light even in the darkest places. Beyond gratitude, Another powerful tool for healing is compassion, not only for others, but for ourselves. Too often, we are our own harshest critics, treating ourselves with judgment rather than kindness. Buddhism teaches that self-compassion is essential for healing. Think of how you would comfort a dear friend who is struggling. You would not criticize them, nor dismiss their pain. You would offer them kindness, understanding, and reassurance. Now ask yourself, do I offer the same kindness to myself? A powerful practice is metta, or loving-kindness meditation, in which we send compassionate thoughts first to ourselves, then to others. Placing a hand on your heart, repeat silently, "May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be at peace." Feel the warmth of these words. Allow them to soften the tension in your heart. Once you feel this compassion for yourself, extend it outward, first to someone you love, then to a neutral person, and finally to someone who has caused you pain. This practice is not about excusing harm or pretending that suffering does not exist. It is about freeing yourself from resentment, about lightening the emotional burdens you carry. Many who practice metta report feeling lighter, more at peace, more connected to the world around them. Compassion is healing not only for those we extend it to, but for ourselves as well. Another key element of Buddhist healing is the understanding of impermanence. Everything in life is temporary, our joys, our struggles, our very existence. This understanding does not diminish the importance of life, but rather makes each moment more precious. Think of a wave in the ocean. It rises, crests, and then fades back into the sea. Our emotions, our experiences, our challenges, they too are like waves. They come and go, and nothing remains the same forever. When we understand this, we begin to let go of our attachments, our fears, and our resistance to change. For those struggling with stress and anxiety, the practice of moment-to-moment awareness can be incredibly powerful. Instead of getting lost in worries about the future or regrets about the past, mindfulness teaches us to anchor ourselves in the present. Try this. The next time you feel overwhelmed, take a deep breath and focus on your surroundings. Notice the sounds, the colors, the feeling of your feet on the ground. By doing this, you bring yourself out of the spiral of overthinking and into the reality of now. Incorporating mindful living into daily routines can create profound shifts, whether it's eating slowly, walking with awareness, or simply taking a few moments to pause and breathe. These small acts of presence create a life that feels more grounded, more intentional, more alive. Healing is not just about eliminating suffering. It is about transforming the way we experience life itself. It is about shifting from resistance to acceptance, from fear to trust, from suffering to wisdom. And as we walk this path, we begin to realize something profound. The peace we seek is not somewhere outside of us. It has been within us all along, waiting to be uncovered. So take a breath. Let go of what you no longer need to carry, and step forward into healing, into awareness, into the fullness of your being. One way to practice forgiveness is through loving-kindness meditation. Close your eyes and picture the person who has hurt you. They too are human. They too have suffered. Repeat the words, "May you be happy. May you be free from suffering. May you find peace." This practice does not erase the past, but it releases you from its hold. Over time, the weight of anger and resentment begins to lift, making space for something new, peace. Healing also comes through movement. Our bodies store emotions. Stress tightens the shoulders, sadness lingers in the chest, anxiety creates knots in the stomach. When we move mindfully, through yoga, through walking, through stretching, we help release these trapped emotions. Buddhist teachings encourage us to move with intention. Instead of rushing through life disconnected from our bodies, we allow ourselves to be present. This practice is not about escaping reality, but about allowing it to guide us. We can use movement as a form of meditation. A simple walk can become a healing practice when done mindfully, feeling the ground beneath your feet, the rhythm of your breath, the sensations in your body. This awareness strengthens the connection between mind and body, reminding us that healing is not just about the thoughts we think, but also about how we treat ourselves physically. Food, too, plays a role in healing. In Buddhism, mindful eating is a practice of deep awareness. It is not just about what we eat, but how we eat. Imagine sitting down for a meal. Instead of eating quickly, distracted by a screen or lost in thought, you take a moment to breathe. You notice the colors of your food, the aroma, the texture. With each bite, you chew slowly, savoring the experience. The truth is, healing is not a straight path. It is not something that happens overnight. Some days will feel lighter, others heavier. But if we commit to the journey, if we choose to show up for ourselves again and again, we will begin to see the transformation. Buddhist teachings remind us that every moment is a chance to begin again. No matter what has happened in the past, we can choose healing in this moment. We can choose peace. So, as you take your next breath, remind yourself, I am healing, I am growing, I am stepping into my strength. And with each step forward, may you find the peace that has been within you all along. Healing is not just about physical recovery or emotional relief. It is about cultivating a deep, unshakable peace within. It is about realizing that despite the challenges, despite the pain, you have the power to navigate life with grace and wisdom. Buddhism teaches that true healing is not about eliminating suffering, but about transforming the way we experience it. Imagine a river flowing steadily. When obstacles like rocks appear, the river does not resist. It moves around them, adapting, continuing its journey. This is how we too must learn to move through life. Instead of resisting pain or hardship, we acknowledge it, accept it, and find a way to move forward. A key aspect of healing is learning to be fully present. Too often we dwell in the past, replaying old wounds, or we anxiously anticipate the future. But the present moment is the only place where healing truly happens. Take a moment to pause right now. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and feel the air filling your lungs. As you exhale, release any tension you're holding. This breath is a reminder that you are here, in this moment, alive, capable of change. Mindfulness is one of the most powerful tools for healing. It allows us to observe our thoughts without becoming attached to them. Instead of being consumed by stress or negative emotions, we can simply acknowledge them as passing clouds in the sky. Try this. The next time you feel overwhelmed, instead of reacting immediately, take 3 slow breaths. Observe what is happening in your mind. Ask yourself, is this thought helpful? Is it true? Do I need to hold on to it? More often than not, you'll realize that you can simply let it go. Letting go is a recurring theme in Buddhist healing. We cling to many things, expectations, past regrets, fears of the future, but clinging only increases suffering. Imagine holding a rope that is burning your hands. The longer you grip it, the more pain you feel. But the moment you let go, the pain begins to fade. So much of our suffering comes from resistance, the belief that things should be different than they are. But what if we accepted life as it is, without trying to force it to be something else? Acceptance does not mean passivity. It means acknowledging reality and choosing how we respond. When we stop resisting, we free up energy to focus on what truly matters: our inner peace, our growth, our healing. Simple movement practices like yoga, tai chi, or even mindful walking can release these emotions. Try this. Take a slow walk in nature. Feel the earth beneath your feet. Notice the sounds around you. With each step, imagine yourself releasing the burdens you carry. And healing is not only about what we do, but also about what we consume. In Buddhism, mindful eating is a practice that nurtures both body and soul. Food is not just fuel, it is medicine. When we eat with awareness, choosing nourishing, whole foods, we give our body the best chance to heal. Before your next meal, pause for a moment. Look at your food. Appreciate the effort that went into growing it, preparing it. Eat slowly, savoring each bite. This simple practice can transform the way you nourish yourself. Healing is also about rest. In a world that values productivity above all else, many people forget that rest is just as important as action. Sleep is when the body repairs itself, when the mind processes emotions. If you struggle with rest, try this. Before bed, dim the lights, avoid screens, and practice a few deep breaths. Imagine each inhale filling you with calm and each exhale releasing the day's tension. Finally, healing happens in connection. In Buddhism, Sangha, the community, is essential for growth. We are not meant to heal alone. Surround yourself with those who uplift you, who remind you of your strength. Share your journey, and you will find that your burden feels lighter. Healing is not a straight path. Some days will feel easy, others will feel impossible. But every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. Right now, as you listen, as you reflect, as you breathe, you are healing. Buddhism teaches that we already have everything we need within us. Peace, wisdom, strength. It is all there, waiting to be uncovered. The journey is simply about remembering who we truly are. So take this moment, take this breath, and remind yourself, I am healing, I am growing, I am enough. And with each step forward, may you find the peace that has been within you all along. Healing is not a destination, it is a way of being. It is a commitment to yourself, to your growth, to your peace, to the unfolding journey of your life. Buddhism teaches us that healing is not about erasing pain, but about transforming the way we relate to it. When we meet our suffering with understanding, when we embrace it with awareness, we begin to dissolve its grip over us. The most important thing to remember is that healing is already happening. Right now, your body is regenerating, your mind is processing, your soul is seeking balance. There is nothing broken about you, only parts of yourself that need care, attention, and patience. One of the greatest lessons from Buddhist wisdom is the power of presence. Most suffering comes from either dwelling in the past or anxiously anticipating the future. But right now, in this moment, there is peace to be found. Close your eyes for a moment, take a slow breath in, and let it go. Feel the weight of your body against the ground, the rise and fall of your breath. In this moment, nothing else matters. You are here. You are safe. You are alive. Right now, take a moment to reflect. What are you holding on to that is weighing you down? What fears, regrets, or burdens are you ready to release? Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, imagine yourself letting go. Healing is also about gratitude. Even in moments of struggle, there is always something to be thankful for. The breath in your lungs, the warmth of the sun, the lessons that life has given you. Gratitude shifts your perspective. It teaches you to focus not on what is missing, but on what is already here. Every time you practice gratitude, you strengthen your ability to see beauty even in the midst of difficulty. Try this. At the end of each day, write down 3 things you are grateful for. They don't have to be big, just small moments of goodness that you noticed. Over time, you'll realize that healing is not about changing your circumstances, but about changing the way you see them. And when it comes to healing, one of the most transformative practices is service. When we help others, we heal ourselves. Think of a time when you lifted someone's spirits, when you offered a kind word or a helping hand. How did it feel? That sense of connection, of purpose, is part of your own healing journey. Buddhism teaches that suffering is not unique to us alone. Everyone carries pain. Everyone faces struggles. When we reach out to others, when we share kindness, we create ripples of healing, not just for them, but for ourselves. And so, as you move forward on your journey, remember this: healing is not about reaching a perfect state. It is about meeting yourself with love, again and again. There will be days when you feel strong and days when you feel lost. Both are part of the process. The goal is not to escape suffering, but to walk through it with wisdom, knowing that every challenge is shaping you into a more compassionate, resilient version of yourself. So when you feel like giving up, when you doubt your progress, remind yourself, I am healing, even when I cannot see it. I am growing, even when it feels slow. I am worthy of peace, even when my mind tells me otherwise. This is your journey, no one else's. Honor it, trust it, and most importantly, be kind to yourself along the way. The teachings of Buddhism offer a path, a way to live with greater awareness, with greater compassion, with greater peace. But ultimately, the power to heal has always been within you. With every breath, with every step, you are moving closer to the person you are meant to become. And that, in itself, is a beautiful thing.